motherfucking sunshines. Alright, if my voice sounds fucked up, it's because I am fucked up. I've been sick for like 6 fucking days. Figures I haven't been sick in 3 fucking years, and right before I leave for the PCT, I get sick. Touche, God. This week we're going to be talking about my electronic setup, camera gear, all that shit. I will go over the apps I'm going to be using, but I won't go into detail. If you want to know in detail, I made a video about that when I got off the AT last year. Go check that shit out, mine. But without further ado, let's try to burn through this shit. This is the new beast of a fucking camera I'll be carrying on the PCT this year. And I have to thank you fuckers, many of you fuckers, for this goddamn piece of hardware right here. I put out a GoFundMe last year because I couldn't afford new camera gear and save for a through hike. So I put out a GoFundMe. You guys answered that fucking call and hooked me up with this badass beast of a fucking camera. This here is the Sony a7 III mirrorless camera. I say mirrorless because compared to a DSLR, yes, it is a big camera, but compared to a DSLR, it cuts down on the weight because it is mirrorless. I think the body alone weighs about 2 pounds, maybe just under. The lens is about 1 pound by itself, so you know, it's a heavier fucking setup than I carried last year, but hopefully the quality level will be well fucking worth it. This thing shoots killer fucking HD video as well as photography. It is a full frame camera, and that's why I bought it originally, for photography. But after my Art Loeb Trail shakedown hike, I realized this isn't so bad vlogging with, so I'm gonna give it a shot. The lens I will be carrying is a 16 to 35 millimeter Zeiss zoom lens. Nice wide angle for those long, wide open vista shots in the fucking desert. Goes up to 35 millimeters, which isn't a killer zoom, but this camera also has a crop button. I can customize a crop button on it. We'll crop it on the sensor and bring it to like a 55 millimeter. I also have an 85 millimeter 1.8 at home, which I might have shipped later on in the fucking trail if I decide I want to fucking carry it. It gives it a little more zoom. It's a great killer portrait lens, and gives me a little more reach. But as far as starting out, I'm just going to carry the 16 to 35. As you can see, I have a variable ND filter on it, mainly because even though this lens is only an f4 aperture, it still has decent depth of field, and if I want to shoot wide open like that in the sunlight, it's just going to blow out the fucking background. So what this variable ND filter allows me to do is shoot at f4 and not have to worry about the sunlight. This is basically sunglasses for your fucking lens, so I can still get the depth of field, but it's not going to be blowing out the fucking background. Yes, as you can see, on top of this bitch, I have one of these goddamn Rode Videomicros. If you remember my electronics video from last year, I talked mad fucking shit about these things. Well, this year I'm gonna eat my own fucking words because the inboard audio on this fucking camera blows nutsacks, and I figure I'd spare you guys on the wind noise and the audio levels. So yes, I will be the asshole holding this goddamn dead cat on my fucking camera, walking down the fucking trail. Hopefully it'll be worth it for you fuckers. And as you can see, this whole setup sits on a Manfrotto mini tripod. Well, why don't you use a GorillaPod? Well, I fucking hate GorillaPods, okay? I have one, I don't fucking like them. They're cool out of the fucking box, but then you start bending the legs and shit, and those fuckers break off, and you gotta super glue them on, and then it kind of defeats the purpose because you can't fucking bend them which way you want. On the Appalachian Trail, I never once thought to myself, oh shit, I wish I could hang this fucking camera from a goddamn tree. Never fucking happened. This is for my walking away shots, for photography, for those long exposure shots. I can use this fucking tripod. It doesn't weigh anything. I can stick it in the center strap of my pack, chest strap on my pack when I'm not using it. I don't have it here with me now, but I also, on my other shoulder strap, I have a Peak Designs capture clip. As you can see on this camera, there's a little plate, and that plate fits in my capture clip, and this thing sits right on the shoulder strap of my pack. It's not as cumbersome as I thought it was going to be, so I'm pretty fucking happy with this setup. This is going to be my main fucking shooter until it goddamn breaks in the desert. We're going to have to worry about sand rather than fucking rain on the Appalachian Trail. But we'll deal with it as it comes, and hopefully this fucker will last the whole goddamn trail. Alright, I got my little satchel. Yes, Indiana Jones carried a satchel. It's not a fucking purse. I'm not carrying this on the trail, obviously, but for video purposes for today, I carried all my shit in here. And we'll go over my little Ditty electronic bag. This is a Hyperlite Mountain Gear small drawstring stuff sack. Fits all my electronics perfectly. Inside this stuff sack, I have another Ziploc bag for redundancy. I'm not breaking my shit this year. Plus it keeps everything in one little nice package. So we're gonna open this bitch up and go over what I got in here. Obviously, with all my camera gear I'm gonna be carrying, I need all the cords to charge it. I have an iPhone/iPad cable, I have a micro USB cable, and I have a USB-C cable. My camera is USB-C compatible. I found transferring HD footage onto my iPad is quicker with this cable, so I'll be hauling this. The micro SD is for my Anchor battery bank, which I will get to in a fucking minute. Also in this fucking little Ziploc, I have an extra battery for my camera. The batteries are not fucking light on this Sony a7 III, but they do, the juice lasts a long fucking time. I should have no problem getting a day and a half, maybe 2 days out of a fucking battery. We'll see what happens, but I have an extra one. These things are not cheap either. These things are $100 a fucking piece, so that's why I'm only going with 2. If I decide I need more juice, I can always pick one up at a later fucking date. Along with my cables, I also have to carry 2 fucking dongles. God damn it, Apple. So this here is an Apple SD card reader. This is mainly for just transferring raw images onto my iPad so I can edit those. I shoot in RAW and I can shoot this. My camera has a wireless capability, which means I can transfer wirelessly, but that only transfers JPEG images. This allows me to transfer raw images onto my fucking iPad to edit. I also carry this little camera adapter by Apple. This is so I can transfer HD footage, video footage from my camera to my iPad. It's the only way I can do it. I have to stick a USB cable into this and then put this into my iPad, and then I can transfer HD footage. It's just the way Sony's codec works with Apple products. Fuck you, Steve Jobs. I also have a little bottle of lens solution. I also have a microfiber cloth to clean my lens, which stays in the iPhone pouch of my pack, which sits on my shoulder strap. This will be just for at night cleaning my lens off. I have that microfiber towel on me at all times so I can clean my lens as I'm hiking. Also, to clean my sensor, I'm not gonna be swapping out lenses on the trail, so hopefully I don't use this very much, but this is a little blower. It's not a ball tickler, although it looks like it. I suppose it could double as a fucking sex toy. But this is to blow off my sensor, and it's got a little brush on there so I can wipe dirt and sand and shit off the outside body of my fucking camera. It weighs nothing. And then I also have a Pelican SD card case. Yeah, this thing's a fucking beast, but it is waterproof. It holds up to 12 SD cards. Currently, I only have 4 in here. Inside my camera holds 2 at one time. And currently inside my camera, I have a 64 gigabyte card for photos. I have 128 gig for video, as well as 3 more 128 gig cards and a 64 gigabyte card. I plan on filling this whole bitch up by the end of the PCT. I burned through a shit ton of fucking SD cards filming every goddamn day. So the main reason I wanted to do this and just keep buying SD cards is last year I had to delete footage off my iPhone to make room, which means I don't have those raw images, video images to edit at a later date in case I want to do a short documentary, short film for you guys at the end of the fucking trail. Having all that raw footage on SD cards allows me to re-edit those at a later time. So I'm just gonna keep buying new SD cards and swap them out as necessary. Now, to edit on. Yes, I am the asshole carrying an iPad on the fucking trail. It doesn't weigh that goddamn much. It is worth it to me. I've tried editing on my phone. I have fat sausage fingers. I can't fucking do it. This makes my life a hell of a lot easier for editing video as well as images. This is just a basic iPad. It's not an iPad Pro. I think it's the 2018 model. I've upgraded it for this year. Last year I carried the 2017 model. Does have a life-proof case on it. And it's branded the fuck out. YouTube subscriber made me that sticker. So this iPad I use for editing video and images, okay? I use LumaFusion to edit all my video, and I use Lightroom to edit all my images. So that's basically all I use this bitch for. I do not watch Gilmore Girls in my tent like I joke about all the fucking time. I have no movies on this goddamn thing. Occasionally I might watch the occasional YouTube video, obviously watching my shit to make sure it's fucking playing back right, but mainly I use this only for editing my shit. Now, what I'm currently filming with this video is my iPhone 8 Plus. That will sit right in the shoulder strap of my pack. My iPhone this year, last year I used mainly for taking photography. This year, because I have the beast of the camera, I'm not gonna use it. All I'm using my iPhone for this year is Guthooks app and occasional podcasts and music that I listen to very rarely on the fucking trail, but I do have it. Last but not least, charging. This is my Anchor 4-plug charger. Overkill, especially for what I'm gonna be charging this year. I only have 3 devices, so I have my headlamp, my iPad, and my iPhone. I guess my camera, so I might need all 4 of these plugs at one time. If I don't use all these plugs, It's good. I'm only taking up one outlet. I can let another hiker use this. If there's any plugs I'm not fucking using. It weighs a shit ton, but I'm gonna carry it because I already have it. And then the beast of a charger I'm carrying this year is the Anker 20,000 milliamp. Last year I carried 2 chargers, both by Anker. I carried a 10,500 and a 13,000 milliamp. 23,000 milliamp hours was more than enough for the Appalachian Trail. I didn't want to carry 2 battery banks, so this year I consolidated and got the 120,000. It's a fucking brick. It weighs a shit ton, and it's actually less juice than I'm carrying that I carried last year. But I wanted to consolidate it into one fucking charging device. So hopefully this will get me from town to town without running out of fucking battery juice. And to round out my electronics for this year is my headlamp. I guess I'll include this because it is electronic. Last year I didn't really fucking need this. This is the Petzl Reactant Plus. Way fucking overkill for the Appalachian Trail. Probably for the PCT as well, but I plan on doing a little bit more night hiking this year. Some night hiking. I didn't do any last year, but because of the desert heat, I'll probably be at least hiking into the evenings and maybe into night to avoid the hot fucking desert heat. The main reason I bought this goddamn thing is because it is USB compatible recharging. I don't want to fuck with batteries. I'm not dealing with that shit, so I'm already carrying cables up the ass. I have this. I can recharge it on the fucking trail. That is my electronics setup. Hopefully this gear lasts the whole fucking trail. With my track record breaking 3 fucking cameras last year, I can't afford to be replacing this bitch on the fucking Pacific Crest Trail, so hopefully it fucking lasts. Thank you fuckers for hooking me up with this camera this year. Hopefully it does it justice. Hopefully the video quality is up to fucking par. This is your boy IB Tats. We're getting goddamn closer, man. We'll holler at you motherfuckers next time. Oh, aren't you fucking lucky? Bonus material. Forgot to film my goddamn GPS device. So here we go, motherfuckers. Yes, I am carrying a GPS device this year. This here is the Spot X. Fits right in the shoulder strap of my pack. Believe it or fucking not, I do have loved ones at home, and they want to know where the fuck I'm at when I don't have cell service. Oh, but isn't the Garmin InReach better? Well, listen here. I don't give a fuck. This allows me to text message and email when I don't have cell service. That's all I fucking want it for. I don't use it for GPS tracking or anything like that. So the very few times I need this, I have it. I can text message people that need to know where I'm at home. It has an SOS button on it if I fucking get into some shit, but highly doubt I'll need that. That is it, motherfuckers. That is all the electronics I will be carrying on the PCT this year. Now, we will holler at you motherfuckers next time. Mine. Time.